Scorpio, what's going on with you? It's your girl D with 8th House Energy here to bring you your June 2020 Silent Enemies reading. I love you guys. I appreciate your support. If you need to reach out to me for a personal reading, my information's in the box below the video. If you don't see the box below the video, then you need to click the drop down menu so that box opens up for you. There will be an extended to the Silent Enemies reading, and the link to the Patreon membership where that extension will reside is in the box below the video. If you don't see the box below the video, click the arrow button to open up that drop down box so you can see all that info. I got people with iPads telling me that they can't access the information box. It might be because you're not opening up the arrow. Alright. Clicking the drop down arrow button so that it opens. So Silent Enemies reading is a reading that will help you to pay attention to your intuitive nudges. Silent Enemies reading is designed to help you pay attention to intuitive nudges in reference to the people who you deal with on a regular basis. Your family members, your friends, your co-workers, your colleagues, your landlord, your neighbor, your barbershop people, people who go, your beautician, your nail salon, anybody that you deal with on a regular basis and you get an intuitive nudge about them in reference to their dealings with you is what this is all about. And this video is to guide you in paying attention to those intuitive nudges. It's not to get you to automatically react to them, but it's to get you to pay attention to them, acknowledge them, and investigate before acting. We do know that sometimes the people closest to us are the ones who have more access to us and can put us in situations, whether they do it intentionally or unintentionally. They can put us in situations that are not advantageous to us. So we need to pay attention to them and how they interact with us through our intuitive nudges, because everybody's not going to tell you everything. Now, these intuitive nudges that might go off could be that, your people may be trying to plan a surprise party for you. Something's not right. They're not acting right. Something's weird. All right. But investigate. All right. And it could be, that your intuition is telling you that something is truly not right, because it could very well be. The goal is for you to investigate it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 3 cards out, and the 3 cards are going to represent the energies that you may need to pay attention to, that you might be picking up intuitive nudges on, and you may want to investigate further. Okay. So this is going to be an intuitive read on my end, so I'm just going to pick up intuitively what I get from these cards and relay that to you. And then what we'll do is in the extended, we'll get some more clarification. I'll clarify these cards here and tell you what I'm seeing based on the cards that show up. So these 3 situations could be separate situations, or they could be intertwined or related in some way, shape, or form. Do not try to make this reading fit. It is not the type of reading that you can make fit. If it does not resonate, just say, okay, this ain't my reading, and let me move on. If a part of it resonates, take that into consideration. Throw out the rest, okay? So the first card I have here is the Ten of Swords reversed. So what I'm getting intuitively with this is somebody may want to apologize to you, or you may want to apologize to someone. Okay, so because we have cross watchers who watch the videos, so you guys are going to have to switch the role based on how it works. I mean, hell, Scorpio, you may even have to switch the role. It's very general, okay? So I'm getting immediately an apology with this Ten of Swords in reverse. Maybe you want to apologize to someone, or someone wants to apologize to you. The thing is that with these retrograde planets that are going on right now, a lot of people are they're in retrospect, the mind state of retrospection, looking back at things that have happened, the connections as far as the people closest to you, what went on with those connections. The ones that you're going to be thinking about are the ones that are going to come to mind. The ones that come to mind are the ones that the universe wants you to reflect on. Whether you were the one who was done wrong, or whether you did wrong, whether you did 35% of the damage or you did 100% of the damage. The ones that come to your mind on a regular basis during this retrograde period, which is all throughout the summer, are the relationships that you want to pay attention to in reference to A, do I need to apologize to someone? B, should I allow someone to apologize to me or wait for their apology? Or should I be expecting an apology from them? Meaning, I do want to communicate with this person, but they did me wrong. So they need to acknowledge what they did wrong as far as, them apologizing. Or is it a situation where I just need to accept the fact that I'm not going to get an apology even though I was done wrong, and I need to just go ahead and let this go? The big theme right now, what's going on, is the eclipse energy, because at the time of this video, we are still in the moon of Sagittarius as far as the eclipse season. So we have the solar eclipse, which is all about eclipsing out relationships, places, people, and things that no longer serve you, coupled with the full moon energy in Sagittarius. Full moons are all about eclipsing out energy that no longer serves you as well. So it's double eclipse time, okay? Double closing out of people, places, things, ideologies, mentalities, energies that no longer serve you. And with the Sagittarius moon, you're turning those painful experiences into lessons learned, okay? So perhaps you feeling as if you may want to apologize to someone may want to apologize to you, or you may want to apologize to yourself for allowing yourself to not pay attention to some intuitive nudges you had about people, places, and things who were close to you that put you in a situation where you may have felt betrayed or taken advantage of, or put in a position where you were in a disadvantaged state. Okay? So just keep that in mind. So for those of you who have you expecting an apology from someone, you may not get that apology. What this is telling you is you that have to understand that things have happened to you. People may have done you wrong, or you may have allowed someone to do you wrong. But what you may want to do is apologize to yourself for not paying attention to those intuitive nudges, because we all get them, especially if you look back at it. You may have ignored it because you hoped for the best. It happens. That's human nature. We hope for the best, a lot of us. Okay? So we may have fooled ourselves by ignoring our intuition because it could have been a situation where it was a family member. You don't want to think that a family member is out to get you, or, is jealous or envious of you, but it could very well be the case. And so you may have brushed those intuitive nudges that you were getting to the side. And as a result of you brushing them to the side, something came to fruition where it was like, damn it, I had these intuitive nudges, but I just didn't think that it would amount to anything. This is why you don't ignore them. You don't jump on them, but you investigate those nudges, okay? You don't react to them automatically. So if you're expecting an apology from someone, you may need to first apologize to yourself and forgive yourself for putting yourself in a position where you didn't trust your gut, you didn't trust your instincts, okay? That's what I'm getting for some of you with this Ten of Swords. For others of you, if you want to apologize to someone, then, because of these retrograde energies and you're looking back at things and you feel you owe someone an apology, then if you can apologize to them, then maybe you should. If you can't, then, you just ask for forgiveness for your part, talk to the higher power, ask for forgiveness. Speak it into existence. You can mention this person's name, speak it into existence, and mention their name to the universe, call on your spirit guides, your guardian angels, and ancestors, and just, speak their name and just say that you apologize for the wrong that you've done to them, because, it's all about correcting your mistakes in life so that you can adjust your karma in a positive manner so that you will bring in good moving forward. All right. And then again, forgive yourself. Okay. And ask for forgiveness. Ask the universe for forgiveness as well. So a lot of forgiveness going on here for, people. It could have been a lack of communication. People not saying things. People saying what they want to say. People, because swords are about thoughts and communication. So it could have been some things that you were thinking that you didn't say, or this person was thinking that they didn't say. There could have been, things that have actually happened, people betraying other people through communication, talking about them, all kinds of things that could have occurred. But it's at a point where we have the 10 here. 10s are about completion. Again, we're in the eclipse energy. So it's time to bring that to a close. You may not get the apology you want. Are you going to still hold on to this, fact that this person deceived me and they owe me an apology? This is similar to Gemini's silent enemy reading. Okay? In that sense, you're going to have to accept the fact that you may not get that apology. All right? So some of you may have someone coming in to apologize. Now, you don't have to take this person back into your life full throttle. You can accept an apology and say, okay, I respect that, I accept that, And you can just be like, okay, well, this is where it ends with us. I respect that, you spoke up, but you may not trust this person anymore. And you're well within your right to do that. You're well within your right to feel that way. Don't feel obligated to take someone back because they come to apologize to you. Because a lot of people will just play you because they think, oh, okay, all I got to do is apologize and they're going to forgive me and we'll get back in doing what we've been doing. Nah, if you don't feel that with them because they betrayed you too many times, or the depth of the betrayal was too much, and you look at, okay, well, what was the intent behind it? That's what you want to look at when you determine if you're going to forgive someone. What was the intent behind what they did? Did you do it unknowingly hurting me? Like you did something and it hurt me, but it wasn't your intent to do so? Then that might be something you may want to consider as far as, okay, I may consider letting this person back in, but I will tread lightly as we reconnect. But if you realize in communicating with this person that they can't tell you why they did what they did to you, it's just, I don't know, I was just on some other shit, or I was just thinking, or like if they can't clarify why they do, that's a red flag. Okay? Take that red flag. You should be able to tell me why you did what you did to me. If you know you betrayed me and you're coming to me to apologize to me, right? If they can't tell you why, then that's a red flag to you. That number one, this person doesn't know why they did it, so it's no telling if it'll happen again. Or number two, they know why they did it. They don't want to tell me because they're back to do more shit. Or because they really haven't cleared that energy in which they were under, that caused them to betray me. So you got to pay attention to your gut. This is the whole purpose of these readings. All right? So that's what I get with this Ten of Swords energy. Apologies. Someone wanting to make amends. Someone may wanting to make right. You may want to make amends to yourself. Again, apologize to yourself about putting yourself in a position where you did not follow your instinct. Okay? And it talks about moving on. So the Ten of Swords could be about recovery, and then apologizing and moving on, or moving away, accepting the reality of a situation and moving away from it, moving on from it, letting it die, okay, and moving forward. The second card I have here is the Three of Swords energy here. So instinctively, when I look at this energy here, I get, I'm getting family issues, family conflict. Okay, I'm getting the energies of more than, people listening to other people in reference to what they should do about another person. I get, you're dealing with energies here of people who may have done, said, or reacted in manners that really weren't based on their own true feelings. It may have been based on what other people have said to them or have egged them on to do. For example, could have been a confusion or argument between you and one relative, and the relative that you were arguing with may have gone to a different relative and explained what happened, and that other relative says you should do this, and so that relative comes back to you and does this, and it causes more confusion. So it could be that type of energy I'm getting here, where you got other people in the business. Okay, this could be on a friendship level as well. Doesn't necessarily have to be family, but it's someone who's close to you, because we're looking at the Three of Swords. This is someone who has access to you, to your emotions and your feelings. Okay, and with the Three of Swords being Libra energy, it's like this could be a situation that just wasn't fair. Okay, and it was about the partnership or the connection, a part of it that wasn't fair. There was a communication that resulted in unfair and unjust treatment. So this could be related to this situation here, where someone wants to apologize because of a mess of communication. We got all swords here for Scorpio energy here. So there's communication issues going on big time. Okay. Also, what I'm getting here is this could be a love situation where, someone is not communicating how they feel. Someone is not saying what it is that they want, and their lack of communication is that third sword. Okay, because you got two people here, and the communication could be the fact that one of these people is not being totally honest, or there's just no communication between these two people, which is causing pain amongst you two. Because someone could be afraid to speak up. One of you could be afraid to speak up. You could be both on the same page and feel the same way, but it could be an issue of, okay, well, what is this person thinking versus what I should do? I don't want this person to think that I'm a sucker or I'm soft or, that they, you know, that they got control of me. Like, thoughts are interesting and can go a little bit too far when you look too into things. You know, so this Three of Swords could just take it to a whole nother level. It's not necessarily the typical third party situation where that could be the case as well. But instinctively, intuitively, what I'm getting is that people are not communicating, which is causing problems in the relationship, the partnership, because this is the card of Libra, and that rules partnerships. Libra rules partnerships of all sorts. So yeah, there's communication issues here. So, you know, in reference to this showing up as a silent enemy, you know, you could be your own worst enemy, because you could be that third sword in the middle who's not communicating how you feel. Okay? It could have been in a sense where someone could have betrayed you and you've not spoken up. Or it could be in a situation where you feel a connection with someone and you're not speaking up, and that connection could pass you by because you're afraid to speak up. You're afraid to balance the scales, or you're afraid that, you know, your communication may imbalance those scales, may cause imbalance where you're vulnerable to, you know, someone else. That's what I'm getting for some of you. But for some of you, again, this just could be brokenheartedness. You know, this person could have been dealing, this could, in a love situation, it could be that someone is dealing with someone else. But I don't get that strongly. What I'm getting strongly is this is a matter of just people in your business. You know, you had a dispute with someone, and then other people get in it and put their opinions in it. And instead of these people that you were in this dispute with acting based on what they truly feel, they're taking the advice of other people who really don't know you, or really may not be favorable to you, causing more rift and more strife than necessary. So you need to be careful with that. And more importantly, you need to be careful how you communicate with this person if they should come back to you, in the event that this person may come back and apologize if these two are related. The card I get over here is this is the King of Swords in reverse. So for some of you, you know, you were with someone, or someone's around you that you have to watch out for. There's someone around you who is no good. This is Aquarius energy here. So in Aquarius, the house of Aquarius talks about friends, your social, the people you socialize with. So you could have a fake friend around you. So you do want to watch out for, you know, what people are saying to you, as far as the people who are your friends, what they're saying to you. And more importantly, as a Scorpio, you know this, what people don't say to you, right? The energy I'm getting is that somebody could be very cold and distant as far as their communication. And not necessarily because, you know, people are quiet because they don't have shit to say. That's one thing. But when people are quiet or just very direct and give you, you know, yes or no answers, or no, I don't know, I don't, you know, type of answers, when usually they're more vocal verbally, that's something you want to, you know, Scorpio, I don't need to tell you. You know what's up. Pay attention to your instincts, because you know what time it is. But you need to be aware of that energy, okay? Because there could be someone who is trying to play you. Okay, they may want something from you. This is someone who could be trying to con you in some way, shape, or form. All right, and they're not being honest to you. They're lying to you. Okay, it could be somebody who could be coming back to you to apologize to you. Like I said, look at the person's intent. If someone is coming to make amends to you, do they even say, I'm sorry? Is there a situation where, you know, you have a falling off with someone, you don't speak because the person did you dirty for whatever reason, and then they come back into your life? Are they coming back with an apology, first of all? If they're not apologizing, pay attention to what they're not saying. They just want to come back and pick up things, but they're not saying what they did in the situation, and, you know, but they want something from you. It's one thing if they're just coming back to check on you, see, hey, how you doing? I ain't talked to you in a while. I know we had a falling out. I ain't talked to you in a while. But if they're coming back to you and they're wanting something from you, then, and they're not apologizing, that is a red flag to me. Because I'm not going to come back into someone's life after we had a dispute or an agreement, a disagreement, and start asking them for shit or wanting something from them, whether it's I want to be intimate with you, or whether I want some money from you, or whether I want to hang out with you, without discussing what happened. just trying to brush it over and act like nothing happened and pick up where they resume. They're picking up, resume, and stabbing you in the damn back. That's what they want to pick up and resume. So you got to pay attention to why people come back to you in the first place and how they say what they say, and again, what they don't say. All right. So that's what I got for you, Scorpio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a stone that you can work with. Stones are really great because what they do is they work with the energies, the subconscious energies, which is what your intuition is. The energies that you can't actually put your hand on and you can't actually see with your eyes, but you feel it and it makes you think. Since you got all these swords here about thoughts, it would be good for you to work with some energies that will help you to hone in and focus on those intuitive energies. And so we will use jewels to do that, okay, in the form of crystals. All right, so let's see. What crystal will be good for you? All right, well, we got two. So the universe wants you to check out two. So we have gold, which is divine intervention. Okay, so rock some gold. And then we got titanium rainbow quartz, multifaceted. So there are many layers and dimensions to a situation or a person you're asking about. See? So for some of you, there's many layers to the situation that you need to pay attention to. And using titanium rainbow quartz will help you with your intuitive understanding in reference to, okay, what is this person not saying? I see what they're saying, but there's levels to shit. What is it that they're not saying? What is it that they are saying? Why are they saying this? What's the intent behind it? So you may want to rock with these energies, you know, this stone, to help you to be more intuitive on that level. To me, gold is not really gold. Okay, God sends miracles and answers sincere prayers. This is gold. I don't really look at gold as a crystal. To me, I don't know what the intuitive energies are of gold. So, you know, if you rock gold, okay, cool. If you don't, you don't. But to me, the actual crystal, the titanium rainbow crystal, is what I would go with in reference to this scenario. You can get stones that you can wear on your, you know, these are all crystals. I wear crystals for all sorts of reasons. On my finger, this is lapis lazuli. You know, I have the darker stones for protection and grounding on my left arm, which is like tiger's eye, black obsidian, shungite for the EMF, you know, especially for that 5G. Get you some shungite. I got black apatite and black obsidian here. And I also wear an evil eye. What you do want to do is get you an evil eye. Get you one that's not the color of your eyes. I got brown eyes, so I got a blue evil eye. I also got the blue evil eye, the ring. It's a bracelet, but it was too tight for my wrist, so I just wrapped it around my finger. All right? And so, you know, whatever stones you want to work with, but this is what the universe is recommending for you. All right? So that you could pay attention to what people are saying to you versus what they're not saying to you. So what we're going to do, Scorpios, we're going to go to the extended. The link is going to be in the box below, and we're going to break this down and find out who this is and what's up. And if this person has to do with this person coming back to apologize, or if it has anything to do, or if these are just three separate situations here. All right, the link's in the box below. If this is where we end our connection, and let me know if this resonated with you in the comments. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next reading. Peace out, Scorpio.